Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Check It Out series here. As you can see on your screens, today we will be talking about Mayu Iwatani versus Syuri from Stardom, Ittenyon Stardom Gate on January 4th, 2024, in preparation for Stardom All Star Grand Queendom. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today. Over the next couple weeks, I will be diving into the past matches of the top three singles matches on All Star Grand Queendom. Because, of course, we will have Mayu Iwatani versus Syuri for the IWGP Women's Championship match. So it was only fitting we'd go back and watch their previous match. Just felt like the obvious choice there. We will also be doing a Tam Nakano versus Sayaka Tani one. We will be doing their match from Stardom World Climax. And we will be doing, of course, the highly acclaimed Azumi versus Starlight Kid match in preparation for their Wonder of Stardom Championship match as well. Those are some videos you can expect over the next 2 weeks. We will also have a special check it out video that has nothing to do with Queendom, but one that I have a very special guest joining me for. So I'm excited to do that as well. But like I said, we are here to talk Mayu versus Syuri from the January 4th show in 2024 in preparation for what should be a very special match at All Star Grand Queendom. So, as we sit here and we look at the upcoming match, it's only right to go back to the previous match. The history between Mayu Iwatani and Syuri is a interesting one. Of course, these two were destined to seemingly face off in as many big matches as possible once Syuri joined the company. It just felt like the true fit for these two wrestlers. And truthfully, in all of their matchups prior to this one, I always felt while some were great, they were lacking the level that you knew these two could go to. They always had the capability of going to the all-time match. They just never had before this one. And there's reasons this one, I think, got to the all-time level, in my opinion, and I know many others. I would put this at the top, not number one, but I would put this among the very top of both of their catalogs. That's how fantastic this match truly is. You want to talk about your star ratings or whatever, it is a genuine 5-star classic between these two. And a lot of the story going into this match this time around had more so to do with where they were wrestling, the time they were wrestling, and almost being essentially forgotten for a year, almost a year to this point, since All Star Grand Queendom 2023. Mayu Iwatani held the IWGP Women's Championship around her waist. She defended the championship against the likes of Utami Hayashishita, Stephanie Vaquer, but never really got the reign going, as you'd expect with that title being introduced. It never got to the point you wanted it to, at least for me. And there's surely various reasons why. As we know now, 2023 was a very hectic year on the screen and behind the scenes in Stardom. But you fast forward to January 4th, 2024. 1 year prior, the IWGP title match was on the Tokyo Dome show for New Japan. It was Mercedes Moné versus Tam Nakano. And while they only had 5 minutes, which was a big problem at the time, it's not Mercedes Moné versus Tam Nakano. Sorry, Kairi versus Tam Nakano. Of course, it would be Mercedes Moné's official New Japan debut. While that all happened, there was a very much upset feeling from us all of the time they got, or the lacking of time that they got. Yet still, Mayu Iwatani set out with this championship to prove that she and whoever she may face was deserving of facing each other at the Tokyo Dome the next year and hopefully proving why this title exists. That, of course, didn't happen. Instead, Bushiroad, Stardom, and New Japan, they announced that Ittenyon Stardom Gate would go ahead of the Tokyo Dome show for New Japan. Wrestle Kingdom would not hold the IWGP Women's title match. And that, of course, openly upset Mayu Iwatani and surely Syuri as well. They did not get the chance to have a special match on the biggest stage. And in the lead up to this match, I had been saying for much of that year, there's no opponent that makes more sense for Mayu Iwatani in a big match, whether it be the Tokyo Dome, Dominion, something of the sort where this is going to be the featured women's match, than Syuri. It just made all the sense in the world. Syuri, of course, a year prior had just come off the red belt run of her career. So it would take time, and I had predicted that maybe it would be Dominion in 2023, and of course, we didn't get another match between the two until this very show. And as we sit here and I just have rewatched that match, you can be reminded very quickly the mission they set out on in this match and what makes this match so special. They were there to not only prove they should have been in the Tokyo Dome that day, they were to they were there to prove that on January 4th, a day that is dedicated to Wrestle Kingdom, on that day, they were going to have the best match, period. It doesn't matter the show. It doesn't matter when. They were going to have the best match, period. And looking back, I think we all know, especially following this year where the IWGP Women's title match did return to the Tokyo Dome, that we are grateful, or at least I am grateful, that we got the 19 minutes and 6 seconds we did for this encounter. They would have had sub 10. They would have been second or third on the card, and that's just the reality of this match. We know how New Japan, specifically their booking team, seemingly feels about having the women on their shows. Mayu, since becoming champion, has been on two New Japan shows in Japan. The New Beginning in Sapporo 2024, which I do have a check it out for if you want to go check that out, where she defended against Mina Shirakawa. That meant 12 minutes and 28 seconds. And then, of course, Wrestle Kingdom 19. She, of course, has defended against at Historic Crossover uh, against Momo Watanabe in a fantastic match, but that is a Stardom show after all. But the Azumi match was 8 minutes and 46 seconds. So, from our point of view, mine especially, I don't want to speak for everyone, but from our point of view, I think we are appreciative of getting these two having this special match because they would have had to do it in half the time had they been in the Tokyo Dome. But at the same time, we have to sometimes we have to put our thoughts aside and think what or remember what the Tokyo Dome means to these wrestlers. And Mayu had been working and working and working to get on that main card. And when it didn't happen, instead they brought her over to be a special guest commentator for a match. You could see that sadness almost that she didn't get to take part. She's representing the company, she's representing the IWGP letters, and she didn't get to do it. But she left her mark in this match against Syuri, as did Syuri. They went out there and put on a freaking show. This match is truly, truly fantastic. It is the art, the beauty, the violence of Joshi wrestling from start to finish. It is truly, truly special what they delivered there. And in front of a sold out crowd, mind you, there was a mission in this match. I call Mayu Iwatani the greatest of all time for a reason. And it's performances like this that you're reminded how great she truly is, especially when she's driven to be greater. She was driven to be greater here. This match is as violent and exciting as any match you're going to see. In many ways, for Mayu, it has a claim to be the best match of the entire reign. She has held this championship leading into All Star Grand Queendom this year. Since All Star Grand Queendom 2023. She will have held this title for over 2 years by the time the show comes around. Her match against Mercedes Moné was great. Her match against Utami Hayashishita was great. Her match versus Stephanie Raquel, an underrated one, I think, from the New Japan Strong Lone Star Shootout. But the match with Syuri, 1906, it's just special. It's just special. Mayu Iwatani defeated Mina Shirakawa was very good. The other match that I think is the true debate of greatest match in this reign is Mayu Iwatani versus Syuri from All Star Grand Queendom 2024. I go back and forth on what my favorite match is from this title reign. She then defended against Kasa Fujimoto, Toni Storm, Momo Watanabe, and Azumi. But this match was the launching point, I'd argue, for what ended up being a very special year for Mayu in the ring with this championship. Uh the violence in this match was second to none, I think, in all of her defenses, however. This was brutal. These two beat the hell out of each other. It's the headbutts alone that you really remember. But before we even got to the headbutts, Mayu was hitting a dragon suplex on the apron, just jaw dropping, just absolutely jaw dropping that moment because Syuri gets slightly caught on the rope, so she lands right on the top of her head because of that. But those headbutts, Syuri hits a headbutt, then suplexes Mayu off of the top rope, which is then followed by Mayu getting up, hitting a German suplex, and they climb back to the top. When they get back to the top, Mayu quiets the crowd, tells them to shh, wait 1 second, and then delivers the nastiest headbutt of them all before hitting a Hurricanrana off of the top rope. Just insanity. When I say Mayu set out to do something special, I mean it. Mayu set out to remind the world how incredible she truly is, how incredible and how deserving she was to be on that Tokyo Dome show. The same goes with Syuri. That moment was jaw dropping. That moment was stunning. And it was just the beginning of where they go from there. The violence kicked up from there. Suplex after suplex, stiff ass kicks to the head. Mayu is destroying Syuri at times in this match. Some of the kicks Mayu hits in this match are the hardest kicks I've ever seen her have. Truly jaw-dropping moments, truly exciting moments, but jaw-dropping moments. Everything about this match and everything about the beauty of this match is truly the violence. This ramped up to 1,000,000. These two were going for it. Mayu hits the two-step dragon suplex, and the moment of the match for me is this. Why? Because she's too close to the rope. Syuri's foot is on the rope. They must continue. When that two-step is hit, the match is over. The match is over. That's just the facts of a Mayu match. So when the rope is that when her foot is on the rope, it is genuine shock from me. It is genuine shock from the audience of, oh, this isn't it. Maybe Syuri is going to win this championship. And Syuri comes storming back. She decimates Mayu Iwatani. She hits the Shusakai for an incredible near fall, the same move that she hit to win the red belt almost a year prior, or sorry, 2 years prior. The move that won her seemingly every championship match she had. The top finisher, still her top finisher, the exact move, mind you, that she hit to pin Mayu in their tag match to get her upcoming championship match. She hit that 1, 2, 3 in it was not 1, 2, 3. Mayu Iwatani survives. That leads to a exhilarating finish to the match where Mayu gets lawn darted into the turnbuckle pad. Just absolutely lawn darted. She's selling it like death, but she, of course, battles back. She ends up hitting a beautiful, picture perfect super kick on Syuri before hitting the greatest Poison Rana ever to get the win and end a true classic between the two. One of the great matches in Stardom's recent and all-time history. One of the great matches of either of their two careers, and arguably the greatest match the IWGP Women's Championship has seen to this point. All of these things are important. All of these things are necessary because, of course, where this all leads us to. The beauty of Check It Out is to talk about the story of how we got there, and ultimately the story of how we get here is once upon a time, Syuri was the most dominant force Stardom had seen since Io Shirai. And over the past 2 years, she has obviously done a lot less, but she is still Syuri. And as we head to All Star Grand Queendom 2025, we prepare for what can only be considered another potentially special occasion. This is a potentially era defining type matchup. We have multiple era defining type matchups, but when it's these two in the ring, you pay attention. I implore all of you, if you've watched this, check it out. Thank you, first of all. But if you've watched this, check it out. If you heard my excitement and believability in the violence and the kickouts and the survival tactics of these two, go back and watch this match. It will only perfectly prepare you for what these two are capable of doing. We have gotten here in a very odd way. Mayu, for the most part, hasn't been doing much. Syuri, for the most part, hasn't been doing much. But yet, it feels all the more perfect that this is the first rematch of Mayu's reign as champion. And it very well might be the final match for Mayu as champion. But whatever it is, it's going to be special. It's going to be sensational. It's going to be fitting of what Mayu's reign has been to this time. Mayu has spent her entire IWGP Women's Championship reign reminding people, telling people why this belt matters. It's a belt that very clearly New Japan did not want, a belt that, hell, I'd even argue maybe Stardom didn't want, but Mayu has made it matter. She has made it matter, she has made it count, and she has put everything she possibly can into making this match, this moment, matter so much. So as I celebrate two of my favorite all-time wrestlers, including, of course, my favorite wrestler of all time, the greatest of all time, Mayu Iwatani, I, again, tell you all to go watch this match on Stardom World. It is truly phenomenal on rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. I've seen it so many times now. And as we lead into their upcoming singles encounter, you'll have a greater appreciation for what these two will bring to the table on that day, to why this match means so much to both of them, especially Syuri, who shared tears in the lead up to her Syuri match because she wants to get back to the top of the mountain. This is Syuri's meal ticket to get there. For Mayu, this is just another chance to add another feather to a cap that is already all-time level. All Star Grand Queendom is on April 27th. It's going to be one of, if not the best shows of the year. And like I said at the very top, we'll be back over the next few weeks talking past matches from both Starlight Kid versus Azumi, as well as Tam Nakano versus Saya Kamatani in the lead up to that very show. We want to celebrate these matches as we prepare for these matches, because this really does feel like an era changing show from top to bottom. So thank you to everyone for listening. Before I get out of here, if you're first time here, thank you for joining us. If you've been here before, if you continue to support, thank you so much. It means the world to me. I'll just a few other things beyond the Queendom previews via the check it out stuff. Every Friday, right here on the YouTube channel, the 5-Star Joshi Show is available. That is my weekly Joshi podcast, talking the ins and outs of the Joshi world, Stardom, TJPW, Marigold, Sendai Girls, whatever it may be. We are talking about each and every week. A new episode this Friday, each and every Friday. Like I said, be there, be ready, be prepared. We love putting the work we do into that show. Just another reminder, we will have check it out over the next 3 weeks as well. One, not to do with Queendom, but a fun return that I've been teasing that I'm very excited to do. It's been a long time coming. It's been months since I got to talk to my good friend. So look out to that as well. But yeah, other than that, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Blue Sky at Scott E Wrestling. You know what I'm doing. I'm talking Stardom, I'm talking Joshi. That's what I do. So thank you everyone for listening. And as we build towards the very special All Star Grand Queendom show, I just ask you all to appreciate what we have in these incredible wrestlers, because we are truly, truly in a special time. So thank you everyone once again. And until next time, so long. See you later.